Welcome to this video about idioms. Idioms are phrases that we use in English that do not directly translate. They don't literally mean what they sound like they mean. They are phrases that we use to describe something or talk about something. These idioms all relate to the seasons. Let's take a look. Idioms that are most commonly related to fall, but you can use them all year round. The first one is to be nuts about someone or something. It means to be very enthusiastic about someone or something. That means very excited. So if you're very happy about something, you can say you are nuts about it. Let's look at the examples. I am nuts about my English class. That means you love English class and you're so excited about it. She is nuts about her kids. That means you're talking about someone who their whole world is about their kids. They love their kids and they are always excited about them. Another idiom is called rake it in. That means to earn a lot of money. So when I think of the word rake in English, I think about raking leaves, like going outside, using a rake, and putting the leaves in a pile. This idiom has nothing to do with raking leaves. This one is about earning lots of money. So for example, I got a new job and I am going to rake it in, which means you are going to make lots of money at your new job. He is raking it in as a doctor. That means he is making lots of money as a doctor. Idioms that can be associated with winter, but you can also use most of the year. The first one is in the dead of winter. This is the middle and coldest part of the winter, especially here in New York, okay? You might say, oh, we are in the dead of winter in January or February when you're really tired of the cold and dark days. The dead of winter is so depressing. Let's take a vacation, right? Maybe you start getting an idea to go travel south for some sun and some warmth. The dead of winter is the middle of winter, where it is cold and dark. Another idiom is to break the ice. We use this all year round. It means to relieve tension or awkwardness in a social situation. This is often used when there is a group of people together and no one is talking. It's very quiet and it starts to feel weird, like someone should say something. So you might say, okay, I want to break the ice and introduce myself. My name is Kendra. Break the ice means like break the silence. You're going to make noise. You're going to say something. You're going to get a conversation started. Or a lot of times we say, we are going to start class with an icebreaker. In my English class, we do a discussion to start class. I ask a question and it gets people thinking, it gets people talking. That is an icebreaker. It's a way to get you started, to get you participating and involved. Walking on thin ice is also an idiom we use all year round. It means to be in a risky or precarious situation. That means someone is close to getting in trouble. For example, my daughter is walking on thin ice with that attitude. That means my daughter is close to getting in trouble. I'm getting mad. Or her husband is walking on thin ice because he forgot her birthday. So the husband is very close to being in trouble because he forgot his wife's birthday. You might hear people say it alone too. They might just say, ooh, you're walking on thin ice, which means you are close to getting in trouble. I'm getting mad. Okay. And finally, the idiom out in the cold. This idiom is also used all year round. It does not actually matter if it's cold outside or not. It means to be excluded or ignored by others. So for example, I was left out in the cold by my friends. They did not invite me to their party. Or we left her out in the cold. We forgot to tell her about dinner. Okay? So anytime you are left out or you leave someone out, you are out in the cold or they are out in the cold. It means that they were not included. For spring, we have 3 idioms that are very common, but again, you can use them most of the year. Spring fever is a restless feeling associated with the arrival of spring. It means that you cannot wait for winter to end and spring to start. Here are some examples. I have spring fever. I cannot wait to be outside more. The kids have spring fever. They are tired of the cold weather. Kids often start playing in the house. They start running and they just want to be outside. They want winter to end. We have spring fever when we are ready for spring and warmer weather. The idiom to turn over a new leaf can happen any time of year. It means to start over and behave in a better way or make a positive change. For example, I am going to turn over a new leaf by getting a new job. I'm going to do something that makes me happy. We are going to turn over a new leaf by cleaning the house. Many times when we move from season to season, people like to clean, okay? So if you are turning over a new leaf, you're starting fresh, starting new with something different. And finally, a spring in your step means to walk with energy or enthusiasm, excitement. I have a spring in my step after I hear good news. I start to walk with a little bit of a bounce. You can tell I'm happy. Or someone might say, hey, you have a real spring in your step today. What's going on? And you can probably share good news if they can tell that the way you walk is happy. Okay? So if someone has a spring in their step, they're a little extra bouncy, a little extra happy. And idioms for summer. One of the ones we use very often is dog days of summer. These are the hottest, most sweltering parts of summer, of the season. So when my kids tell me, oh, it's so hot, I say, well, we are in the dog days of summer, but soon it will be fall. Okay? You might also just be talking to someone about weather, about the season, and say, oh, these are the dog days of summer, right? These are the hottest, warmest, most sunny days of the season. Okay? Also, another idiom we use, and we do use this one all year, is to soak up the sun, which means to enjoy the warmth of the sun. So, especially during summer, we say, oh, soak up the sun while you can, right? Soon it will be fall and winter, and it will be dark and cold. Soak up the sun. Also, if someone's taking a vacation to somewhere sunny or warm, are you going to soak up the sun on your vacation? It means, are you going to enjoy the sun, enjoy the warmth on a vacation? Okay. So again, these idioms, I organized them by season to help you understand them, but most of them can be used all year long. These are fun and good to practice listening to and using in English. Have a great day.